everybody. Yeah. So currently I'm looking for potential buys. The Asian session was a bit shaky, but I did the analysis and sent it for buys above this level. I actually caught. Alright, morning everybody. I actually caught a few pips. And the target was here, and we did indeed push all the way up and test the level. We pull back. So if person were paying attention based on the break and retest, you could have caught buys here as this candle closed bullish. As you can see here, a candle with no lower wick simple means there is no room for downside. Close bullish, break the high, you take the buy to retest the high, which you would have gotten, plus some continuation just the same. So what I'm waiting for now is for price to break and close above here, or break and close below here for sells, or buys for price to continue to push up. So this is what I am actually looking at right now. So we just have to sit and be patient. I was looking at gold, the potential is there for further downside, because as you can see, we are creating lower highs.
Yeah, I see the screen here.
I see the screen. Share. It was on share. Seeing it now?
Oh, yeah, see, I go down.
Yeah, because it's on display. So go look as if it is, breaking back down to this support. Because the highs of the previous candles are getting respected. So that's an indication that we are pushing towards the downside. As I was saying, I was looking at this, but this is a counter trend trade, so I couldn't send it. GBPAUD. Okay. Yes, so we just have to actually wait. I think if this can close below support just the same, I might add a small position, in all honesty. Because I was in the sell here last night, took the sell as this low got broken, secure some position, and then I got stopped out. We're in a way better position for sales on this right now. But I would definitely need to get a clean close below support. The next candle wick up and give me that nice stop wick. And as it breaks the low, then, I can anticipate volume to to drive price down. I don't like the way this close. Didn't like the close on this. You know, GJ closed back inside the range just the same. You know, so we just have to really wait. We just have to wait because as you can see now bottom wick. So this candle can actually push all the way up and break the high. You know, so we just have to be patient. I was looking at potential sells here for gold, but I'm just gonna wait on GJ. Just gonna wait on GJ. You know, I think the potential is there. You know, the potential is there. Let's say if we start to break probably about here, then we might continue to push down. But you would definitely need price to start breaking, you know, probably about here. Then you can keep stop above the current candle. Gold just take its time. You know, work down gradually. I don't know if you're hearing me YouTube. Should be audio. Should be audio. I don't know if you're hearing me YouTube. Your thoughts on GJ? You know, we need price to break above for buy. 150 to 200. Definitely need price above 150 to 200 for buys. Sells, you know, if we break and close below 151,750, can anticipate NY volume to break this minor support, and we can get further continuation to mirror these clean candle movement here back down. You know, so those are the two cards on the table right now. So if we can get this candle to break and close above here, then I will be looking for potential buy to fill this 19 pip range. So this is what I'm actually looking at. So you just have to, you know, be patient and wait. However, for gold, I think if person are actually looking for trades, I think better buys, you know, better buys is above this level right here. 178.90. Better buys would be above here. And your first target would be this potential wick fill right here. This would be your first target. You know, once you can break this, then you can anticipate volume to continue drive price up. Still watching GBPAUD. And if you caught the buys yesterday from here, I mean, we had pretty clean candle movement to the side, you know, so my buys were executed on this candle breaking the high of the previous candle, seeing that this candle right here closed outside of the range. So I took the buy as this candle broke the high. I hold this, you know, minor pullback, but I was just looking for further upside, which, you know, we did get a pretty decent move. You know, so it's a 20 pip move, and then if you had held the trade all the way up to London, then, you know, 36 pips. Just waiting now. Have roughly roughly 4,000 left. 4,000 left. You know, pretty much up for the day already. So, took a big hit. Bounce back and gradually work it up, but should get there by next week, most definitely. So the profit target is 10, so we just need a few more. So it's updated May 5th. Something is missing here. Yeah. So we need probably like 4,100 to complete this challenge. So let's see how it goes. EuroCAD. 15 minutes look a bit choppy. Support here. Now we have another support here. I have another level here, but I mean, if a person who trade this, if this candle can respect the low of the previous candle and break the high, then this would be a first area of concern. And once we break here, then we should continue to push all the way back up until probably about here, based on the current market structure. So, because as you can see, we create a low, we form a higher low here with support, and we are forming another higher low. So it makes perfect sense for us to continue to push up. And if you're looking at a particular time frame and it looks a bit choppy, just move one time frame up, because the higher time frame give stronger confirmation. So here on the 15-minute candle, you will see a little range, but what we have here on the 30-minute candle. If we break above here, we should continue gradually. Just really have to, sit and just be patient. It's the most important thing. Patience is a virtue. Alright, so for person who are just joining, waiting for break above for buy, waiting for break below for sells. So just have to be patient at this moment. Patience. So GBP AUD is still trying to make up its mind, so and this candle will close in another 5 minutes. So if it closes like this, then we definitely need the next candle to break and close outside of the range for downside. Bottom wick as well, so there's a 50% chance price will continue to push bearish, and it's the same thing here on GJ currently. think if we break the low here for a second time, we might continue to push bearish. Based on the 30-minute time frame. You know, because this candle came up to retest the high of the previous candle and failed to break it after creating a low. So if we break the low for the second time, there's a high probability the market will continue to push price bearish. You know, so bear that in mind. Got it on the 1 hour time frame, you know. So we definitely will probably need price to break these wicks to the left. Think we'll need price to, you know, break these wicks right here for us to continue down. About to close in another 30 seconds. So, you know, GJ H1 support rejection. So we are looking pretty good for a break towards the upside. We are looking pretty good. Alright, so farm support. You know, GBP AUD, I don't like the close of this candle because it closed back above the support area. I don't like the close of this candle. You know, even though it's a weak bullish close, which indicate that there is low volume, we still close back above the support area on the 30-minute time frame. The potential is there just the same. Once we start to break the low, looking at it on the 1 hour time frame, once we start to break the low, we can continue to push down. But yeah. So I think once we start to break about here, we should be continuing down to this level. Yeah. Might get, if this candle close above, then the next candle definitely gonna continue to push up. Because why? Within another 29 minutes, we will be in the NY open. So if price starts to break and close above here during that time, then there's a high probability the market will continue to push price up. You know, I just have a feeling we're going downtown with this. Just really have a feeling we are going to push down. Based on the fact that, you know, failed to break the 30 high, we broke the low, create a lower wick. So based on the 1 hour time frame, if this 1 hour candle breaks its own low for a second time, there's a high probability the market will continue to push price bearish. So that's what Let's see if it will continues or if it is trying to do a fake out. Definitely we need it at to about here. This would be the confirmation to about here. Because we would be breaking below these wicks as well. So our only concern would be the low right here, and once we break through here, then we can continue to push down. You know, we just really needed to get below these wicks. That's the only concern I'm having. You know, because if you look, we have been bearish, so it makes perfect sense for continuation, but you know, we need at least 805. 79805. We need price to get into this area for further continuation. So once you break above here and start to break these wicks, then it increases the probability for the market to continue to push price bullish. You know, so the market is pretty much trying to make up its mind. I'm watching it. I think we might continue to push down. If it actually starts to break here, then I might be interested. But if not, then you know, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Alright guys, so I've executed a buy, so manage risk accordingly. So if I get a 15-minute candle to close against me back into the range, then I'm going to manage risk. Alright, but we should continue to push bearish. I would be extremely surprised if this actually pulls back and close inside the range, in all honesty. You know, as you can see, price have been trying to make up its mind for a while, and we came up, we created a top wick on the 1 hour candle, which, looking at it on the 30-minute candle, will fail to break the high of the previous 30, and currently, you know, this 30-minute candle create a top wick and start to break the lows of the previous, also below these wicks. So once we can break this wick here, there's a high probability we should continue to push down. So in managing risk now, if this candle pulls back to break its own high, I'm gonna close 50% of the position and just leave the rest to run. So you just have to, you know, just manage risk. But I think we should continue to push bearish. If it pulls back to start break its own high, then I'm gonna manage risk just the same and just leave the rest to run. If we continue, we continue. If not, you know, we would have given the trade a chance and also manage risk. Executed a sell. So once this candle starts to break its own high, then I will be managing my risk, because the aim of risk management is to prevent the market from hitting your stop loss at max risk. You know, so if it starts to pull back, then I'm gonna close 50% of the position, but we should continue to push down. You know, giving the trade a chance based on the confirmation I got. So you just have to manage risk accordingly. If this don't go according to what I'm looking for, then this will be the only trade for this session, basically. You know, because I took the sell here yesterday, so I'm just risking a small percentage of that profit for further continuation based on the current market structure. I don't like how this candle close, but just gonna manage risk just the same if it starts to pull back. So it seems as if GJ is still ranging, trying to make up its mind, basically. Trying to make up its mind. But even if we don't get a breakout, say at NY Open, you also have NYSC at 9:30, and also the London close at 10:30, just the same to capitalize on some move. So you still have a lot of time leave just the same. The market just want to push towards the downside, but I think, maybe within another 12 minutes, if we don't start to close back in the range, we might get that little burst of volume with the NY Open for further continuation. So let's see how it goes. But I think we should continue down, in all honesty. I'm more looking at sells than buys. And this is based on the 1 hour closing below support. Even though we have a minor support here on the 30-minute, currently the 30-minute created a top, we can break the low of the two previous 30-minute candle and start to break below these wicks to the left. So once you can break this wick here, there's a high probability for the market to continue to push price down. We just need this current candle to respect its own high, and we should be okay. But if it starts to break it again, I'm gonna close 50% of my position and leave the rest to run based on managing risk. And I am okay with risking whatever I'm risking as it relates to losing it. Even if I look here on the 30-minute, the eyes getting respected. So we just need this candle to respect its own high now and continue to push down. So this is what I am looking at. if this 1 hour candle close back bullish, I'm gonna exit. If it close back bullish, I'm gonna exit. So we have 2 minutes. And if the low get broken for a second time, this will increase the probability for the market to continue to push price bearish. So just bear that in mind. Alright, so as you can see, we close clean below support. So what we need now, we need this candle to respect the high of this candle by creating a little top wick, break the low, then we can anticipate NY volume to drive price down. So this is what I am currently looking at. But again, if the current 30-minute candle starts to break the high here, then I'm still gonna close 50% of the position in managing risk. So this is what I am currently looking at, because on the 30-minute time frame, we are creating higher lows. Simple means that each candle is lower highs. Simple means that each candle is respecting the high of the previous candle. So the most important thing now is to manage risk if we start to break back above here, because if we are going down, we don't need to disrespect the low and disrespect the high. We need to respect the high, disrespect the low, and continue our bearish move. So this is what I am currently looking at. So just if you're in, just manage risk accordingly, because that's what I will be doing if this candle starts to break the high here. You know, GJ not doing anything much. GJ not doing anything much, you know. So GJ, you're probably gonna see a burst of volume on GJ, you know, maybe close to NYSE, thereabout. We just need that little push for price to continue bearish. We just need that little push. You know, because with such rejection here on this break and close below support, we have clean candles to the left, so it makes perfect sense for us to continue to push down. My only concern now is for this current candle to respect the high of the previous candle, so that we can continue to push bearish. Hurry up and eat. You know, gold is just in a range. You know, it's a pullback bearish. Didn't break the high. AUD USD, but let's watch our GBP AUD for now. You know, so you really have to be patient, guy. You know, sometime I'm in the trade, been in the trade for a while, feel uncomfortable because I'm not getting that push. You know, exit the trade and it just shoot in my direction. You know, so even if it pulls back to my partial stop loss, which is here, you know, I'm okay losing that 7 pips. So that's my partial stop loss if we should start to break back above. You know, close 50% and just leave the rest to run. So you would have given your trade a chance. You know, say if price forms against you, just manage risk and leave the rest to run. So even if it hit my partial stop loss, where I would be closing 50%, if the market starts to push back in my profit and it might take profit one, then I would have made back what I would have closed out in drawdown and some extra profit just the same. Yeah, VIX doing a one time again. Like we want to break the high. Want to break the high again. All right, guys. So I've managed risk. Got the confirmation. Break and close below support. You know, start to break the high. Manage risk. Just gonna leave the rest to run. So what I'm doing now, I'm just gonna leave the rest of the position to run. So if price continue to push in my direction, then you know we can make cover back the percentage we close out and make some extra profit.
Check, check. GBP and GPY.
Yeah. I'm watching it maybe the next take for example, you know, if the 15-minute candle close above, then you know I might look at the next 15-minute candle. But I'm not gonna take a buy based on it breaking the high. I would need something to close above the level, and once I get that close and the next candle wick down and start to break the high, then I can go ahead with it. I mean, if the 15-minute candle close above, then we might continue to shoot up. But you know, better confirmation would be on the 30-minute time frame. But not because it is pushing up here, you know, you're gonna get jumpy and take a buy because it can easily pull back into the range. Easily pull back into the range. Same way how this candle close here. We get this drop, this candle came up rejected. This candle came up rejected. So you definitely need something to give you a clean close above the area for confirmation that price should continue pushing bullish. And as I can see, we are rejecting the area. So for buys, you definitely need a clean break and close above 152 200. Then I can say, okay, with the volume in NY session, we should continue to push bullish based on the fact that we break and close above resistance. Wow, look at that rejection. Come on and don't play with me in the morning here. Don't do that. So this could just be a liquidity grab for the market to continue to push bearish. This could just be a liquidity grab for us to continue to push bearish. So just bear that in mind. So today is Wednesday. So we should be good. 8 minor news. Tomorrow at this 7 o'clock tomorrow we have high impact news. So I won't be trading during this time. I think we might continue to push down, in all honesty. Might continue to push down, but you see the thing with risk management, you want to keep the losses small, capitalize on the big move, because if this candle starts to break it slow for a second time, then that would be my confirmation that we should continue to push bearish. But yeah. I have the alert right here, so if it starts to break above, then I'll get a notification. I'm just gonna watch GBP AUD, seeing that I'm still in this trade. I just don't like the fact that price is dancing around near my entry. So manage risk, because this candle break the low, break the high, so it becomes volatile. But based on what I'm looking at, we should continue to push down. The previous 15-minute candle close below our 30-minute support just the same, and also our 1 hour support area. But if the current 30-minute candle close back above this yellow line, then I'm just going to close the entire position, because I don't need price to break and close outside of the range and then close back inside of the range. That is known as a fake out. Alright, that is known as a fake out. So how to combat fake out in the Forex market? Once you get a candle that breaks and close outside of the range, and you take a sell, and you get another candle starts to close back inside the range, or on the 15-minute time frame, if you get candle start to close against you, you manage risk by closing some of your position. That's how you actually combat fake out in the Forex market. So if this close back in the range, then you know this is a fake out, because we break and close below support, and then we close back above support. I know why I try to play with my feelings, you know. Come on, man, and give me the job. You've been waiting in this area for way too long. Come on and let's go. I mean, with these rejections, there is, I mean, price can close back in the range, yes, but with this rejection, you know, this 1 hour candle close below the H1 support. This 30-minute candle break and close below just the same. You know, we create a top wick, the low gets broken. So it just make perfect sense. And we also have clean candles to the left. And this is just my thing on a normal day. This is what I execute on. You know, so if price starts to go bad again, you just manage risk. And once you manage risk, you know, you should be happy about that, because you lose less than what you intended to. You lose less than what you intended to. So for me, I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to try and revenge trade the market or to jump in and out of trade. You know, I just wait on a structured play for me that I know and use, that I recognize in the market, and I just execute on that and manage risk accordingly. I get enough confirmation that price should push in my direction, but at the same time, you have to understand that we don't have any control over the Forex market. The market can do whatever it wants to do. But based on what I would have seen over and over, I know there's a 70 to 80% probability the market should continue to push price bearish. So if it goes against you, then that's just the 20 to 30% probability, you know, of the trade not working out. But 8 out of 10 day, 9 out of 10 day, this type of play does work in the FX market. So let's see if we'll get that nice push. Then if not, you know, we'll manage risk, and we would have been okay losing that small percent. You know, and it might just continue to fly. Who knows? You know, I'm always excited about risk management. Like, once I manage risk, I know that, hey, I'm on my toes once I manage risk. You know, because before you even enter a trade, ensure that you are okay in losing whatever you are risking in the trade. Very important. If you can't take a 10, 15, 20, 30 or $100 or $200 loss, don't put it on the line, because trading is probability. But we execute trades based on setup and the session we are trading in. I recognize this with a 70 to 80% probability, I am going to execute on this. If it goes bad, just manage risk and be excited about risk management. That's the most important thing for me in the FX market, risk management. So I've already managed risk by closing 50% here. I am just leaving the rest to run. So if the market continue to pushes in my direction, I would have covered back this loss before the trade hit 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and then some extra profit as we go along. So yeah. I'm I'm still watching GJ, but if I'm gonna take a trade on GJ, then I would need price to break and close above the level or below support. And once I get that confirmation, then I can say, okay, you know, we can continue to push bearish or we can continue to push bullish in either direction. All right, so currently, so this is the FTMO account, so close 50% here. I'm just leaving the rest to run because if price continue to pushes in my direction, then I would have managed risk just the same. All right, and currently I'm already up for the day already. So in managing risk, I lost 230.35. In managing risk. So if the market continue to pushes in my direction, then I would have covered back that loss plus some extra profit just the same. So that's the most important thing with risk management, because if this would have hit my stop, I would have lost $1,000. Pretty much the profit I made for the day. But I closed 50%, which is 235. So if it should pull back and hit my stop, then I would have lose probably $700 overall, or 750, saving myself roughly, $250 there. So that's the whole concept behind managing risk in the FX market. So that's key for me. That's key for me in the Forex market, you know. And for the last 3 days, pretty much we had some losses, but for the last 3 days, trust me, been really pumping the market. I had some loss last week. I had some loss last week Friday, and then manage risk, bounce back, and pretty much pump in the market. So that's what actually keep me in the game, managing risk in the Forex market. So if this should pull back and hit my SL, then I would still be in profit for the day just the same. I would still be in profit for the day. But I think we should continue to push down. Once this 30-minute candle don't close back above my support here, I'm gonna leave the trade to run. I'm gonna leave the trade to run once it don't break and close back above here. But if it close back, then I'm just gonna close the entire position. And maybe I'll give GG a chance if price forms the way I want it to. But if not, I'm just gonna call it a day. Because I'm not gonna go in the over trade and sit and watch the chart for the entire day and trying to force trade and stuff like that. So if I don't get what I want, then it is what it is. So again, if this current candle close back above my support here, I'm gonna exit the position. Oh damn, close it accidentally. It is what it is. Maybe that's for the best. Yeah, the position accidentally closed. Now it look like it have a tank down. But let's see how it goes still. If it closes back above, then I'm definitely getting out. Alright, so I'm closing the position, guys. Like I close it. I'm not gonna risk it. The probability is there for the market to continue to push price down based on the 1 hour time frame, but I just exited the position. I'm not feeling comfortable. So the good thing, I would have managed risk. So let's look back at our history. All right. So I was risking $1,000. All right. Here, lost 235, and when I closed the entire position, I lost like 144. This is risk management. So in total, this is probably about less than $400. I mean, what beats risk management in the forex market? Nothing beat risk management in the FX market. So still in profit for the day. History today, we're still in profit of 624 for the day, and we manage risk well on these position. But I don't like the way our price is moving, so I just close the entire position. But the probability is there for us to continue to push down just the same, based on what I am looking at on the 1 hour time frame. And I mean, with such rejection on GJ, we should push down, because if you notice, GBP, JPY, GBP, USD are correlated. Alright, so you're going to find that most time when GJ is going in a particular direction, GU will follow that direction as well. And currently we are trying to make up our mind here. But I didn't like the way how the previous candle closed here, so that's the reason why I just got out the trade. And the live account also close about in $14 profit on a 1.5 lot, closing $14 profit. I don't like the way price is moving, and better be safe than sorry. In all honesty, but I got the confirmation. This is my trading style based on the 1 hour time frame. Price breaks and close below the 1 hour support. This is my trading style. Break the low, took the sell, manage risk, lose less than what I intended to, so I'm pretty happy about that. All right, and gold. The sell was coming, but I just didn't like this pullback. On gold. Euro USD. Lucky thing I exited this trade. I would have gotten stopped out. Took buys here. Took about 16 pip and get out. So yeah. market is just trying to break, but you know, we're just not getting that push. We're just not getting the push, in all honesty. Gold. Yeah, but let's watch it and see if we're gonna continue to push base on the idea. If we break the low, if we start to break here, then you know, we should continue to drop if we start to break below here. But I just didn't feel comfortable holding it, so I just exited it. I was gonna take a buy and goal, but that was risky. Trust me, this is just a liquidity grab. This was a huge. I was gonna take a buy when this candle reach about here and keep stop below the current candle about here, 20 pips. Look at this, 66 pip. And gold is just crazy. Like, look at this yesterday. This entire drop yesterday was done in 6 minutes. This is a 6-minute move down. And this is over 200 pips. Gold is just insane. Trust me. GJ is in a range, so you just have to be patient, guys. We might get a breakout at 9:30 there, about 9:30, 10. You just have to be patient. You can't rush the market. Can't rush the market. So you just have to be patient. Damn. Gold a fly. Gold's flying. Gold a fly. Denzo. Gold now will numb it. Gold just a pump. And if you look at these 15-minute candle low, this candle respect the low. I mean, if this break the low, then it might drop. But, you see the lows here getting respected and candle start to close back in the range. Can still push down just the same, but, I'm not in this trade. I exited the trade. Let's manage risk and exited it. Tell me, say somebody in a gold buy. Anybody in gold buy? Trust me, you would be rich right now.
That's something afraid of going on. Don't lose money.
Gold is a beast, man. Trust me. Like, me not really like it neither, but sometime we trade it, but me not really like it. It's too volatile because if you check this entire move, this is a 114 pip move from here to here. And if you are going to calculate this push down from here to here, this is another 60 pip move. So that's well over 160 pip in an hour. Pushing bearish and then bullish, so that's a lot of volume. But I mean, if we break and close above here, then the potential is there for buys. So you just have to be patient. There weren't any confirmation for buys, in all honesty, because you would need something to break and close above the level. And even if you are going to take an impulse buy, which would have probably been here, then you would have to use a 10 to 15 pip stop and anticipate the volume to continue to push price bullish. And just look at this trying to sneak down. And we should continue now. I just really, really hate it when the market do this. Confirmation is there, but it just play around. Really, really hate it when it do that. And that's 8 pip. Damn so. It should continue to drop now. It should continue to drop. I think we might continue to push down now. Yeah, it should continue to drop. The idea is right. I just didn't feel too comfortable, holding the position. Should continue to push down now. Buy there, pull back 7 pips, push all the way up. Yeah. I would have loved this continuation. It's just that, the pullback for London, I got stopped out at break even. Then we came back, break below the structure right here. Yeah, it make perfect sense to continue. As everything is pointing towards the downside. Everything is pointing towards the downside. And gold is just pumping. I mean, if we close above here, we might get further continuation, but this move is pretty crazy. This move is crazy. And look for further continuation on gold. Probably can create a top, we can just continue to push bearish. But this 1 hour candle didn't do anything. Wick up, wick down, close back in the same area it opened. So this is a doji candle. Pretty much the same here. Nothing was done here. So I mean, it is what it is still. Close after 15. Minor 5-minute resistance. There is still room for upside. It's just that goal. Whenever you catch goal with volume, you're nice. Just put it away there. Once you catch goal with volume, you're nice. Yeah. Looks like we might continue to tank up on goal if we start to break above 1782. Should continue to push because it's still in high volume session just the same. Say if we start to break above here, then volume might continue to drive price bullish.